Learn English to Gujarati vocabulary, State of Affairs 2.
System તર્ક.
Welcome to today's Brain Gym. Hey, you are about to learn some seriously intelligent words in Gujarati without falling asleep on page 2. Yes, it is possible, and yes, we will keep it fun. Today you will meet 8 useful words that sound like they belong in a government report, a science lab, and a late-night philosophical argument. Your mission is simple. Hear them, repeat them, and remember them. We start with state of affairs, which in Gujarati is
પરિસ્થિતિ,
then comes mixture,
મિશ્રણ,
constellation,
નક્ષત્ર સમૂહ,
initial situation,
આરંભિક સ્થિતિ,
framework condition,
રાહત શરત,
parameter,
પરિમાણ,
functional context,
કાર્ય સંદર્ભ,
and system logic.
સિસ્ટમ તર્ક.
If your brain just said, "Excuse me, what?" that is perfectly normal. The big situation. Let's begin with a word that sounds important because it is important. This is the kind of word people say while holding a report and looking worried. State of affairs in Gujarati is
પરિસ્થિતિ,
say it once.
પરિસ્થિતિ,
Example. The current state of affairs is complicated. In Gujarati.
વર્તમાન પરિસ્થિતિ જટિલ છે.
Example. We must understand the state of affairs before acting. In Gujarati.
કાર્ય કરતા પહેલા આપણે પરિસ્થિતિ સમજવી જોઈએ.
Funny image. Imagine a cat in a suit giving a press conference about the household.
પરિસ્થિતિ,
After knocking over a vase. Very serious cat. Zero regret. Memory tip.
પરિસ્થિતિ,
Means the overall situation, the general condition, the big picture. It is broader than just one tiny detail. A beautiful mess. Now let's stir things together, sometimes wisely, sometimes like a confused chef at 2 a.m. This word is all about combination. Mixture in Gujarati is
મિશ્રણ,
repeat it.
મિશ્રણ,
Example. This soup is a mixture of sweet and spicy flavors. In Gujarati.
આ સૂપ મીઠા અને મસાલેદાર સ્વાદોના મિશ્રણ છે.
Example. The city has a mixture of old buildings and modern towers. In Gujarati.
આ શહેરમાં જૂની ઇમારતો અને આધુનિક મકાનોનું મિશ્રણ છે.
Comedy warning. If someone serves you tea mixed with ketchup, juice, and optimism, that is still a
મિશ્રણ,
It is also a crime, but linguistically correct. Think of
મિશ્રણ,
whenever different things blend into one whole. Look up its vocabulary. Time for the most dramatic word so far. We are leaving policy reports and entering the night sky. Constellation in Gujarati is
નક્ષત્ર સમૂહ,
nice and slow.
નક્ષત્ર સમૂહ,
Example. The constellation was bright in the night sky. In Gujarati.
રાતના આકાશમાં નક્ષત્ર સમૂહ તેજસ્વી હતો.
Example. We looked for a famous constellation. In Gujarati.
અમે એક પ્રખ્યાત નક્ષત્ર સમૂહ શોધ્યો.
Memory trick.
નક્ષત્ર,
Relates to stars and
સમૂહ,
means group. So,
નક્ષત્ર સમૂહ,
is a star group. Funny image. The stars hold hands like an overenthusiastic club photo and announce, "We are not random, we are a."
નક્ષત્ર સમૂહ,
Single quote. Before the drama starts. Every project, mystery, and family WhatsApp argument has a beginning. That beginning has a name. Initial situation in Gujarati is
આરંભિક સ્થિતિ,
say it.
આરંભિક સ્થિતિ,
Example. We must understand the initial situation before making a plan. In Gujarati.
યોજના બનાવવા પહેલા આપણે આરંભિક સ્થિતિ સમજવી જોઈએ.
Example. The report describes the initial situation clearly. In Gujarati.
અહેવાલ આરંભિક સ્થિતિને સ્પષ્ટ રીતે વર્ણવે છે.
Imagine a detective entering a room and saying, "Nobody touch anything." First, we study the
આરંભિક સ્થિતિ,
Single quote. Very dramatic. Very useful. This phrase helps you talk about the starting condition, the point before change begins. Rules around the plan. Now we meet a word that sounds like it wears glasses and carries a folder. It sets the limits around what can happen. Framework condition in Gujarati is
રાહત શરત,
repeat.
રાહત શરત.
Example. The project depends on an important framework condition. In Gujarati, Projekta Eka Mahatvaparna.
રાહત શરત.
Para Adhara Raki Che. Example. We must understand every framework condition before we begin. In Gujarati, Aim Saru Kari Te Pahelam Darika.
રાહત શરત.
Samajavi Jwa. Think of
રાહત શરત.
as the invisible fence around a plan. You can run inside the field, but maybe do not jump over the legal fence. Funny image. A picture frame suddenly becomes a lawyer and says, actually, according to the.
રાહત શરત.
You cannot do that. Tiny setting, big consequences. Welcome to Science Lab Energy. One little setting changes, and suddenly the machine either works perfectly or starts acting like it has feelings. Parameter in Gujarati is.
પરિમાણ.
Say it clearly.
પરિમાણ.
Example. This setting changes one parameter at a time. In Gujarati.
આ સેટિંગ એક સમયે એક પરિમાણ બદલે છે.
Example. The scientist measured every parameter carefully. In Gujarati.
વિજ્ઞાનીએ દરેક પરિમાણ ધ્યાનથી માપ્યું.
Example. Keep the parameter the same during the test. In Gujarati.
પરીક્ષણ દરમિયાન પરિમાણ સમાન રાખો.
Imagine a robot refusing to dance until one
પરિમાણ.
is adjusted exactly right. Honestly, fair. Meaning needs a job. This next word is wonderfully nerdy. It reminds you that things make sense not just by themselves, but by what they do and where they do it. Functional context in Gujarati is.
કાર્ય સંદર્ભ.
Repeat it.
કાર્ય સંદર્ભ.
Example. The meaning becomes clear only in its functional context. In Gujarati.
અર્થ માત્ર તેના કાર્ય સંદર્ભમાં જ સ્પષ્ટ થાય છે.
Example. A tool works differently depending on the functional context. In Gujarati.
એક સાધન કાર્ય સંદર્ભ અનુસાર અલગ રીતે કામ કરે છે.
Break it down.
કાર્ય.
Means function or work, and.
સંદર્ભ.
Means context. Together.
કાર્ય સંદર્ભ.
Funny image. A lazy screw says, I am not useless. I just need the right.
કાર્ય સંદર્ભ.
Single quote. The logic behind the machine. And now the grand finale. The phrase that explains why systems behave as they do. This is where technology and reasoning shake hands. System logic in Gujarati is.
સિસ્ટમ તર્ક.
Your turn.
સિસ્ટમ તર્ક.
Example. The programmer checked the system logic before launching the app. In Gujarati.
પ્રોગ્રામરે એપ લોન્ચ કરતા પહેલા સિસ્ટમ તર્ક ચકાસ્યું.
Example. Good system logic prevents many errors. In Gujarati.
સારું સિસ્ટમ તર્ક ઘણી ભૂલો અટકાવે છે.
Example. I want to understand the system logic clearly. In Gujarati.
હું સિસ્ટમ તર્ક સ્પષ્ટ રીતે સમજવા માંગુ છું.
Imagine a confused app, a tired programmer, and one heroic whiteboard full of.
સિસ્ટમ તર્ક.
Suddenly, everything works. The programmer cries softly with joy. Rapid fire review. Let's do a quick review before your brain tries to replace all of this with snack thoughts. Answer in your head, out loud, or with dramatic pointing. State of affairs?
પરિસ્થિતિ.
Mixture?
મિશ્રણ.
Constellation?
નક્ષત્ર સમૂહ.
Initial situation?
આરંભિક સ્થિતિ.
Framework condition?
રાહત શરત.
Parameter?
પરિમાણ.
Functional context?
કાર્ય સંદર્ભ.
System logic?
સિસ્ટમ તર્ક.
If you got several of those right, excellent. If you got all of them right, please do not become unbearably smug. Do. You earned it. Goodbye, smart human. You made it through a chapter full of abstract vocabulary, and you are still here. That already says wonderful things about your patience and your bravery. Today you practiced.
પરિસ્થિતિ. મિશ્રણ. નક્ષત્ર સમૂહ. આરંભિક સ્થિતિ. રાહત શરત. પરિમાણ. કાર્ય સંદર્ભ.
And.
સિસ્ટમ તર્ક.
Thank you for learning with me. Keep practicing, repeat the words again later today, and let your memory do its sneaky little magic. You are doing great, and your Gujarati is getting stronger one smart word at a time.